Welcome to Zambia, folks, a hidden gem in southern Africa that's about to steal your heart. Imagine a place the size of Texas, 290,000 square miles of wild beauty, tucked between 8 neighbors, with no coastline but a whole lot of soul. I'm talking nearly 20 million people, over 70 ethnic groups, and a jaw-dropping 72 languages buzzing through the air. That's right, 72. English is the official language, thank goodness for us. But it's just the tip of the iceberg. Picture this. You're strolling through a dusty village, and you hear Bemba, Kaonde, Lozi, Lunda, Luvala, Nyanja, and Tonga all in one afternoon. It's like a cultural mixtape on repeat, and it's been playing for centuries. Zambia's got a tropical vibe with 3 seasons that'll keep you on your toes. A rainy stretch from November to April, a cool dry spell from May to August, perfect for hiking, and a hot, dry blast from September to October that'll make you crave a cold one. This is a land where tradition runs deep, where people's lives are woven into the earth, and where every corner's got a story. So, grab your popcorn, buckle up, and let's dive into 15 strange and wonderful things about Zambia that'll make you want to book a flight, or at least brag about it at your next barbecue. Fact 15. Women who carry the world. Out here on Zambia's rural roads, think dusty red paths winding through golden fields. You'll spot women walking like queens. No backpacks or roller bags here. Nope, they've got baskets piled high with corn, fresh greens, or handmade crafts, all balanced on their heads with this effortless grace. It's not just a cool trick. It's a way of life passed down through generations. Those bright headscarves, they're not just fashion. They're the secret sauce, keeping everything steady while their hands are free to wave, work, or cradle a kid. Take Mary, a 32-year-old mom from a village near Lusaka. She's been doing this since she was 10, hauling 20-pound loads 5 miles to market every Saturday. It's our strength, she told me, flashing a smile that could light up a Texas night. For her, it's not just about getting stuff from A to B. It's pride, tradition, and a quiet power that says, I've got this. To us Americans, it's like watching a Jeep roll through the mud. Too reliable and downright impressive. Fact 14. The Kuomboka Festival, Zambia's river party. Every year, when the rainy season winds down, the Lozi people in western Zambia throw a bash that's part parade, part spiritual journey. It's called Kuomboka, which means to emerge from the water, and it's all about King Lunga leading his crew from the flooded Baratsu Plains to higher ground. Picture this. A royal barge called Nalikwanda, 50 feet long, decked out with an elephant statue, cutting through the river while 100 rowers in matching outfits sync up to booming Maoma drums. The king's rocking a red robe, and behind him, a flotilla of boats painted in every color of the rainbow follows, packed with folks singing folk tunes that echo across the water. Before they shove off, elders pray to river gods and ancestors, asking for blessings. It's not just a show, it's a 400-year-old tradition that binds the community. Last year, I met Joseph, a 25-year-old rower. This is our heartbeat, he said, wiping sweat from his brow. We're not just moving, we're honoring who we are. For an American, it's like the 4th of July on water, minus the hot dogs plus a whole lot of soul. Fact 13. Kumuk, where girls become women. In the Bemba and Lala communities, growing up isn't just a birthday cake and candles. It's a full-on rite of passage called kumuk. When a girl hits her teens, she's whisked away from her family to a secret spot with elder women who've seen it all. For weeks, they teach her the ropes. How to run a home, raise kids, and keep the peace in a marriage. It's like a crash course in life, Zambian style. I talked to Grace, a 19-year-old who just finished hers. They taught me respect starts with me, she said, braiding a mat, and how to talk to my husband without yelling. Marriage here is a big deal. Think church bells and village feasts. Couples tie the knot young, often after a groom pays a lobola, a gift like cattle or cash, to the bride's family. Kumuk grads like Grace step out confident, ready to build a life. It's not all serious. There's singing, dancing, and plenty of giggles too. Imagine it as summer camp meets life boot camp, with a Zambian twist. Fact 12. No short shorts allowed. Zambia's heat can hit 95 F, so you'd think shorts would be everywhere. Not so fast. In Bemba villages, modest is the name of the game, and women's shorts can't be shorter than 6 inches above the knee. Break that rule and you're in for a lecture, or worse, the cold shoulder from the whole community. It's all about respect, rooted in a belief that skimpy clothes invite trouble. Meet Sarah, a 28-year-old teacher in Lusaka. I love my jeans, she laughed, but in the village, I stick to skirts. It's how we honor our elders. Some younger folks push back, craving freedom like you'd see in LA or Miami. But tradition holds strong. Picture your grandma's dress code rules, multiply it by 100, and you've got Zambia's fashion debate. What's your take? Freedom or heritage? Hit me up in the comments. Fact 11. Church is holy ground. No breaks allowed. In Zambia, churches are sacred. Think of them as God's living room. So, if you're mid-hymn and your bladder's screaming, you're out of luck. Using a restroom inside is a major faux pas, seen as disrespectful to a space meant for prayer and purity. You've got to dash to a public spot a block away or grit your teeth. Till you're home. I met David, a 40-year-old deacon at a Lusaka church, polishing pews after service. It's about reverence, he said, his voice low. We keep it clean for the Lord. His congregation, 200 strong, meets Sundays for 3-hour services, singing gospel that raise a Texas roof. Some churches have facilities but limit them, men from 9 to 9:15, women after, or ban use outright. David's wife, Ruth, laughed. Plan ahead or pray hard. It's a norm folks respect, even if tourists like me squirm. Think of it as tailgating without a bathroom break. Doable with a little faith. Fact 10. Zambia's safe haven vibes. Here's a curveball. Zambia is one of the safest places in Africa to roam. No wars, low crime, and a vibe so chill, it's like a permanent Friday night. The motto, One Zambia. One nation isn't just words, it's how they live. I met Peter, a 35-year-old cab driver in Lusaka, who's driven tourists for a decade. We love company, he said, grinning. Your family here. Last year, only 12 thefts were reported in Lusaka's tourist zones. Compare that to bigger cities back home. Peter's got a wife and 2 kids, lives in a modest brick house, and says folks look out for each other. Whether you're bartering for beads or hiking near the falls, you'll feel secure. It's like small-town America, say Waco, Texas, but with zebras popping by. Fact 9. Small country, big leaps. Zambia's half Texas size. 290,000 square miles, but it's got ambition to spare. The Smart Zambia push has 4G buzzing in cities, and mobile use jumped 40% in 5 years. I met 15-year-old Tembo, a rural kid with a cracked smartphone, streaming math tutorials. I want to be an engineer, he said, eyes wide. Education's free through grade 7, so kids like him, millions in villages, get a shot at books. Then there's power. The Kariba Gorge Dam, a 420-foot beast, pumps out 1,600 megawatts of hydro juice, lighting up homes and dreams. I talked to Jane, a 50-year-old dam worker with 20 years on the job. It's our future, she said, watching turbines spin. Zambia's like that scrappy startup you root for. Small, but mighty. Fact 8. Lusaka's Market Mayhem. Lusaka City Market's a 10-acre explosion of life, 5,000 vendors strong, selling everything from 10-pound catfish to flip-flops. I met Esther, a 50-year-old pro flipping Nshima fritters, cornmeal goodies, for $1 each. This is my stage, she chuckled, her apron dusted with flour. She's there daily, feeding 50 folks from a sizzling skillet, her kids helping out after school. Sundays switch gears. Craft markets pop up with wood carvings, beaded bags, and paintings of elephants. I snagged a $5 carving from James, a 30-year-old artist who learned from his dad. It's our story in wood, he said. It's like a Texas swap meet, but louder, tastier, and way more colorful. Fact 7. Victoria Falls. Nature's heavy hitter. On the Zambia-Zimbabwe line, Victoria Falls is a monster. 5,600 feet wide, 420 feet deep, twice Niagara's size. The Zambezi River plunges into a gorge, kicking up mist you can spot 30 miles off. Locals call it Mose o Etunia, the smoke that thunders. I stood at the edge, drenched, feeling like an ant next to a freight train. Last rainy season it hit peak flow. 500 million gallons a minute. Tour guide Mike, a 45-year-old vet, said, "It's alive. Locals fish nearby. Kids play in shallows. It's their backyard wonder. For us, it's a must-see. Pack a raincoat and your sense of awe." Fact 6. Big Five Playground. Zambia's got the Big Five: lions, elephants, leopards, rhinos, buffalo, and South Luangwa's the VIP spot. This 3,500 square mile park's a wildlife buffet. 60 mammals, 400 birds, even crocs. I met John, a 38-year-old ranger who's tracked leopards since he was 23. "They're shadows," he said, as we watched one melt into the bush. "Safaris here are raw. Jeeps bounce over trails. Canoes glide past hippos. I saw a 12-foot elephant trunk swipe a tree like it was nothing." John's team, 5 rangers, patrols daily, keeping poachers out. It's Africa unfiltered. Your Jurassic Park moment. Fact 6. Big Five Playground. Zambia's got the Big Five: lions, elephants, leopards, rhinos, buffalo, and South Luangwa's the VIP spot. This 3,500 square mile park's a wildlife buffet. 60 mammals, 400 birds, even crocs. I met John, a 38-year-old ranger who's tracked leopards since he was 23. "They're shadows," he said, as we watched one melt into the bush. "Safaris here are raw. Jeeps bounce over trails. Canoes glide past hippos. I saw a 12-foot elephant trunk swipe a tree like it was nothing." John's team, 5 rangers, patrols daily, keeping poachers out. It's Africa unfiltered. Your Jurassic Park moment. Fact 4. Living cheap, living large. Zambia's a budget traveler's dream. A 1-bedroom in Lusaka's core, $400 a month. Suburbs, $250. Utilities run $100. Groceries, rice, chicken, fruit we 40. Internet steep at $120, but a beer's $1 and a taxi's $2.70 a mile. Monthly tab for one, $850 to $1,000. I met Tom, a 60-year-old retiree from Ohio, sipping a brew for $1. It's affordable adventure. Your dollar stretches like taffy. Fact 3. Emeralds and Copper Kings. Zambia's Kaga mine churns out the world's top emeralds, deep green beauties, and the copper belt's a copper gold mine. I met Moses, a 45-year-old miner at Kagam, 20 years in. "It's tough," he said, showing me a 2-inch gem. "But it's our pride." His crew, 50 strong, dig sustainably, earning Zambia global props. Copper's the cash cow, fueling roads and schools. It's like striking oil in Oklahoma, raw riches with a conscience. Fact 2. Food that warms the soul. Nshima's the star. A thick cornmeal blob you grab with your hands, dipping it in stews of veggies, beef, or fish. I ate with Ruth, a 60-year-old granny, and her clan, 10 around a table. Her peanut stew, ifishashi, was creamy heaven. "Eat like us," she said, showing me the scoop trick. Street food's a riot. Kapenta's crispy sardines, Chikanda's a nutty orchid cake. It's Thanksgiving meets food truck vibes. Zambian comfort at its best. Fact 1. Zambia's living heart. Zambia's more than a dot on the map. It's a vibe. Women haul life on their heads, rivers host sacred parties, and villages raise girls into queens. Marriage? Rage? It's a blast. Drums, dances, a groom's family hauling cows to the bride's yard, 300 guests feasting. I met Paul and Grace at their wedding, 22 and 19, glowing. "It's forever," Paul said, holding her hand. "Kids like Timbo dream big. Mary keeps markets alive, and the land hums with wild beauty. It's Africa's secret sauce, yours to taste." Thanks for tagging along. Smash that subscribe, and let's chase more wonders. Catch you next time.